team compositions with so much upfront burst, get that ulti, absorb a cooldown. I still feel like Leona's pretty nasty on the patch, but they are going to go for the Alistar here, so maybe sacrificing a little bit in the early laning phase in terms of the bot lane 2v2, but as you get later in the game out.
It would definitely be a difficult one to pull off, but looks like Fnatic might try and go for it anyway.
Mickey going for the pullback on the upset, just wants to get some damage down before this dive comes out. Flash out from Yappa, but good patience from Lost, but to hold the combo. Yappa, Deadman walking the kill over to upset in the meantime, but now Razor's taking the tower for too damn long, but nobody hit him, so it's an execute. Oh, it's messy, messy. That is the story so far. Upset will fall. What did I just watch? 2/3 of a death per game. So at least one game in this best of 3, he will die all on his lonesome. Will it be this one, is the question on our minds. Will Wonder get solo killed? Another very valid question at this point, and the answer seems to be absolutely yes. He gets burnt to a crisp.
Oh, Wonder, that is not what you want for this chase at all. Now massively far behind, going to lose the wave as well. Potentially even a plate, which is only going to exacerbate that problem. And SK trying to settle on mid, but Mickey
ulti in. Mickey caught out, flag and drag back through. Razor debating if he wants a little bit more. Vladdy manages to grab that one. Mickey did dead. Grab the grubs here, looking to support their top laner who already has that push in his favor, even if the wave state's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, SK spent a lot of time waiting in this bush though. Lost, but you don't need to face check that, because SK have already lost the play, right? They spent their turn sitting in the bush, didn't establish vision around the river, so then they could try and play through some poker, try and make some plays as people were trying to get themselves in there in Fnatic.
Maybe the pull coming out, Skeeps him to follow. Q flash backwards onto Sober, who immediately lays down the equalizer. They need to burn through this rumble quick because Wonder is already fading away! It's a disaster again! SK over eager to force a play on the top side, but the equalizer doing a whole lot more than just equalizing. It's Fnatic destroying
have control on the map, so they were basically like, well, we're going to lose both objectives. We have to make something happen here. And even then, Fnatic turned it around.
We're going to hope that they can temper some of those instincts or maybe set themselves up better on the map where they don't feel like this sunk cost fallacy position where they have to force something. Vladdy potentially caught out. Another kick coming up from Skeens, but a good flash reaction comes out from Vladdy to deny the initial push back there. Skeens, ulti in, they've trapped him in the pit. And once again, here comes the rumble to start burning people down. Equalizer across on a slow Q. Sobero is unkillable, unstoppable. Finally finding the kill on a slow Q as Vladdy is still living. Yappa's getting nothing back in return. If this was a scrim, it would already be done, baby. Fnatic kicking that.
3 for 3? Could have been a bit messier, but here we go again.
Not done yet. Wonder flash backwards. Pulverize still there. Razork on the way in, but no QE combo. Just a cheeky Q as Vladdy on a killing spree. Another quick kill. But SK not going to find the play they were looking for with their turn. However, they might find Razork instead. Kicked back immediately, hand delivered into Yappa, and pulled out by the ulti of Mickey next. No.
Could not help him, and now Vladdy might be in trouble.
In. Scatter connects. Shattering Strike does not, however. Mickey finds himself locked up under a tower and might just be dead. Vladdy just continues to run him down, but the Ignite is ticking. Nice sidestep. Get away from the overload.
Available. Fight around mid here, it looks like, for SK to try and get control. But I'm curious exactly where they want to try and put that pressure, because Fnatic have all 5 members congregating on the bottom side.
Combo in from Lost, but Curtain's immediately going to get called. Razork looking for an angle in, but the Scatter of the Weak is there. Mickey going to get locked up. Lock of his Iron Solari buys him an extra second, but the force shot for Upset finishes the job. SK caught a little bit in the setup as Fnatic check in for vision, and it's going to mean second Drake is going to go down relatively uncontested.
And Fnatic are doing a good job of calling these moments from SK. We talked about it at the start. SK want to be in River, established with Jace, as Fnatic are trying to...
Ocean as well against the poke comp would be nice to have, especially for the long-range poke from the Jhin. Equalizer now to try and clear the wave here. Wonder has been getting a lot of time isolated in the top lane. That was kind of the cross map. They didn't TP him down. But
You're only going to manage to explore that gold lead even further now, as soon as you pick up this Rift Herald, and it's just not looking so hot for SK, which is weird because SK have been very good in this mid-game of finding picks and maybe catching Ospa, actually.
Ospa still running. Unbreakable Will available, holding, not even going to use it. Accepted his fate.
And you can kind of see the problem. This Jace, why we don't like it in LEC, it falls behind and does basically nothing.
So mana for Upset, but should be fine for the fight, holding on to the 4th shot.
SK controlling sides well, so there's no real flank opportunity for Fnatic. But Fnatic now trying to move forward.
Flash in, slow Q locked up, hot pot combo coming in, and down they go. Mickey looking for the re-engage. The follow-up isn't quite there. Skeens marks the Sonic Wave, but will not follow over the wall. The fight is over before it even begins. Fnatic quick to pull the trigger, find the answers to keep the fight going. It's a deadly flourish on the Skeens as upsets on a killing spree. It's only Yappa and Mickey left standing, looking over the wall as Fnatic look to take the objective, but Mickey's hex flashing in. He's queuing the objective, but he can't get it. He didn't even have smite.
He had ignite.
He would.
He's running Aftershock.
I couldn't entirely forget, and I will say, some praise is deserved for Vladdy, Razork, and Soboro. This was a really decisive fight. I think that Syndra is a little bit less positive, so I'll hold on to that thought for later. Flag and drag, Razork getting things kicked off. Wonder caught in the pot, and the damage just keeps coming down. The equalizer honestly not great, but it doesn't matter. They're so far ahead. Body block there from Skeens. So free pick, it costs a lot of ultis. That is 4 ultis for a single kill. But as Fnatic are already pretty far ahead, it might not mean too much. Mickey once again trying to hex flash, but they're not gonna give him the chance. He can't go for another signature crazy engage, but it looks like SK are ready to turn this fight. Fnatic, you used all your ultis. Very, very true. 2 for 2 in the end, but again, this is the bottom lane.
It's the only place to have wards.
So awkward. Mickey once again waiting in the same spot over the wall, has a brush there to hide him, but Fnatic can collapse on them. Wonder going to take the safe way around. Makes a lot of sense. Fnatic taking their time here, I think, because they know they can win the fight. Razork, immediate Cataclysm, goes in, goes right back out. Skeen's going to find the initial lockup. Slow Q getting isolated there by the curtain call. Equalizer goes down to split the fight, but Lospa's already burning. It's a bit messy. Skeens locked in the pit with Razork. He's going to try to burn it down. Skeens grabbing it, denying the soul at the very least, and now SK need to get the hell out. Good sidestep onto Vladdy. I mean, slow Q will go down, but no one else going to get marked up there by the spell flux. SK retreating. Fnatic find 2 kills, but they won't be able to secure the soul.
I mean, I think they can run straight over towards Baron, though. Interrupt here from Mickey, trying to stop Lospa from getting back out onto the map. But honestly, it's kind of just stopping SK from getting any sort of reset. Instead, looks like they're just going to try and push in this bottom side, see if they can get at least some gold. Won't be able to threaten the tier 2 tower before Fnatic take this and reset.
Whoa. Soboro? Oh. I don't think they can kill him. Can they kill him? Wonder, do you do damage now? Yes! Kind of. A little bit more. There you go. One more rotation. 1,000 gold! My man just got paid! It was in exchange for a board, which makes a lot of sense. So, SK got their shutdown, have a bit of time here. Only 700 gold now separates Wonder and Soboro. So the Jace has done a good job of coming back into the game, but is it going to be enough?
I mean, once he gets this Thrilda's Grudge finished, I think he's actually in an okay spot. Like, there's so much armor on Fnatic through the tabbies and also then having that Zhonya's and stuff. So having a little bit of that the armor pen isn't going to go astray. But Fnatic still using this Baron effectively, starting to take down these tier 2s.
That's going to be the equalizer. Rocket Belt gets slow Q out. Some nice side steps as well. As wait on that shot. Not going to hit anybody. Okay. So good side steps, and the cannon minion, though, still uncontested here.
Yeah, because you're kind of backing away as SK, but
Razork going on the wall. No one is here to support him. Okay, he's gone into GA.
Okay, do it again.
Still isn't up, but SK, I don't think really want to pull the trigger here.
There's good vision in behind Fnatic, though, and SK, so they can see that Razork was trying to wrap around. Skeen's going to cover, and again, SK covering flanks.
Skeens off to the side. Lockup is good to kick things off. Equalizer combined with Lospa's combo is a devastating way to start the fight, but now Sober's been isolated off on the side. Upset isolated by Skeens. Kicked back into the rest of the team. Fall from Skeens is good, but he goes into GA. He can't finish the kill. Fnatic coming out on top as Mickey will burn to the ground. It's only Wonder now. Looking to pick off Upset, and he'll do it. Shutdown is there, but there's a bot wave full of minions. A quadra kill for Soboro, and it's looking like game 1 for Fnatic.
Fnatic find the fight they need. Decisive when it came to these engages around objectives. And despite the funny business, they're still walking with a W in the column towards game 2.
That they are, Rob. Sheep Detectives won't let them forget that one. No 3-2-1s here. Fnatic taking game 1 with confidence. A hiccup here or there, but clearly the better team in game 1. Get out of the Bard Tempered Fate.
If this Victor goes bot, though, I think you're in a bit of a bad spot. But there is the Caitlyn Bard. So I think Fnatic basically reading the situation correctly. Yeah, the pick I forgot about was the Olaf. Like, I think you
Flash, but Mickey wasn't really involved with that portion. It didn't really come into
account.
As Lospa has been caught out. Excellent Cosmic Binding. That's going to be one very dead Karma. And first blood to the side of SK.
Up as much as possible in that regard. Plus you're getting Dragon. Sure, it'll be traded for Void Grubs, but SK really do want to try and keep control over the push into Dragon setup. So early Dragons, big win for them.
Certainly is. And look, you can't really fight into the Caitlyn Victor if they get a lead. If you're running into the Caitlyn Victor Gnar, if Gnar is stacking Rage for free, it is pretty difficult to navigate those fights. Those previous investments. Hex Optics finally there for Yappa. Ooh, Mickey gonna tank a tower shot. Ulti gonna connect. Ooh. But Mickey now not gonna be able to sidestep that one. The instantaneous fall means it might just be a 1-for-1, but Laspa now the support to miraculously survive the dive. It's all in the top lane coming out from Sobero. Wonder running for dear life.
Mid may try and shift into this bottom side, but there's a TP.
Vladdy on the way up can steal away Wonder's ultimate. Is it going to be Gnarlty for Gnarlty? Mega about to come out. Wallop is there. Does he have enough time? No! CC perfect from Fnatic to deny Wonder his own use of the ultimate. It's just Vladdy's hijack copy to get some work done. Now the tower falling to pieces as SK desperately look for a play around the mid lane. Temper Fate lands. Trap going to come through. Good damage on Lospa. Well layered CC, but the McHale's finish from Lospa just moments ago stops any more damage from coming through.
Second time works out.
Man advantage here. 4 members here with the setup. Top wave is pushing in favor of Fnatic, so they can look for a fight here. It's an even 4v4. SK going to be forced back to the choke. Magical Turning trying to take all of SK out. It's a quick retreat to try to get him going, but Vladdy's going to follow. Vladdy, that's not where you're going to be. There's 4 people, but the stolen Zinzao keeps him standing. Everyone flashing away for Olaf, but now it's Yappa locked up in the pit. Vladdy running for dear life. His upset's caught in the 1v1 versus Caitlyn, and he takes him down. Yappa will fall. Fnatic so far will leave whenever they so choose.
They're now starting to look for pressure on this bottom side. The ghost for Sobero about to come back up, and there goes slow Q.
Ulti gonna go down. Good damage to follow up. The Wonder has no rage stack. That means he's gonna be in trouble. They have to just try and walk away. Sobero ulti going to fade. Decent ulti to keep things going. Nice sidestep for Wonder. That's gonna be a big shutdown. Mickey on the way in, but they can't quite finish the kill. Sobero still standing. Lockup is there. Wind has become lightning. Sobero getting turned into mincemeat as Skeens finally arrives. Forced to use the ulti because his Olaf just will not die. But the shutdown is there, and SK holding on.
And that could be at least a moment here for SK to try and find a play. Upset spots Mickey, though.
Mickey, probably dead. Auto, Q. No! Manages to live. Trapped down on the ground. Is Upset in trouble. Immediate McHale's is good, but the 90 caliber net is there too. Mickey trying to get a little bit more damage. Goes to the portal. Still living for far too long. Upset gets one, but cannot get another. SK playing on the app. See Furious pings going down. Actually, I can't tell if he has started it. Yes, he has. So that's going to be Cloud Drake keeping things close.
You got 3-4 seconds before SK might fall here in the bottom lane.
He's looking to cover. Gravity field going down. Slow Q immediately going to retreat.
Gone as well. Fnatic kind of losing their ability to play on side lanes, and you still have slow Q have to take a tower somewhere, right? So I think Fnatic, you don't need to send as many people to make these plays. Use the fact that for it, but this Olaf has just gotten a massive influx of gold off the back of this.
Yeah, Yopa gets a tier 1. I guess they're content trading down. It's not trading up, it's tower for tower and a Drake picked up for Fnatic. So at the end of the day, while SK confident to pull the trigger on the tower, we were like, why are you committing to these crazy plays? In game 2, we're like, why aren't you committing to these crazy plays? Is the wall is Olaf's natural counter. Sobero, no more ulti. Wonder gonna go for the knockback here, hoping to catch Razork, but the timing just a little bit off. About to turn Mini and get a movement speed steroid. But the axe is connected. That means Wonder very likely to fall. Mini Gnar on the way. Popping out. Yappa in the meantime tries to get some damage down, but a nice...
Immediately in a position now to try and take this. Caitlyn was on the bottom side, and that's why you saw Fnatic Upset going that aggressive for the play.
Vladdy going in. Slow Q caught out. About to get one popped. Upset. I don't even know how he got kill credit there. That's just too much freaking damage. Skeen's going to try to get one back, but it's a double kill for Upset. Fnatic wiping the floor with SK in these last few exchanges.
Fnatic have just blown the game open right there. Both with the kill from Sobero on the bottom side, hiding out of vision to set up on Wonder. And now this play from Upset onto Mickey. 2 members of SK down. And that's going to be the Baron and maybe game 2.
That's Ghost. Bye, Uppa. Bye, Mickey. Bye, Mickey. Nothing to be done. Nothing to be done. That's an Olaf rampage and taking over a Broloff. Get that man a beer after a play like that. If he's illegal, I don't know how old Sobro is. He's illegal drinking age on the US. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, Vladi's also going to start Goomba stomping Wonder. Fnatic, it was messy. It was back and forth in the earlier stages, but the last few plays have just gone so good for them. They can do just about anything that they want.
Yeah, they're just going to barrel down mid lane, have Vladdy take the tier 2 in top, and Olaf shoving in bot lane.
Yeah.
Fnatic, way cleaner in the last couple of sequences, and SK are crumbling.
And they're kind of 5 for 5 on good performances in both games. I think every single play, like, look, we forgot about that one Razork play in game 1. Lost had some questions. Yeah, exactly. We forgot about a couple of the moments. But if we forget about like 2 moments for 2
consistently making worlds, well, it's performances like this that will get you there.
That they will, as Wonder now in trouble. Hops out, Flash forced to commit, but it just doesn't mean too much, as once again the stolen Wonder ultimate does a whole heck of a lot of work there. Razork though could be in trouble. Yappa's starting to chase. Razork will finally fall. SK good punish, but in the meantime, Upset breaking open an inhibitor by himself. 4.5 items for the Zezreal. Playing so unscared. That's going to be the flash hit from the Olaf. Sobro is starting to get angry. Vladdy going in, has the stolen away into ultimate. Now they can't do much damage, but the tower continues to hit pretty hard. Slowq desperate to get in that circle. Lockup is there. He's been tethered. He's been locked down. Fnatic, Upset doesn't have any mana, so Fnatic can't stick around. 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, you're saying 3 things. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I mean, good holds from SK. Fnatic still got double inhibs.
Yeah.
So still good. Upset did run out of mana, which I actually did not think was possible in League of Legends in 2026, but it does on occasion happen.
Yeah, still, like, I don't mind the initial play where, like, Razork dies, because it's like, hey, look, you still get 2 inhibitors out of it. I thought they would just go for the top lane, but Sobro thought this was just going to end the game, but didn't really have the damage. Still, so much work. But hang on a sec.
More fighting. Hold that thought. Upset is powerful, but the Xin Zhao is staying right in melee range. Crescent guard to keep things going. Down goes Upset. Lost, but running. That's a shutdown. Rob, it's not over yet.
It's just third dragon, though. Not the end of the world for Fnatic, but I don't know what Upset was doing in that position, because Vladdy wasn't alive.
It happened. We praised grabs. They immediately started losing. Try and clear. Yeah. That's a lot of soups.
There's a lot of vision, though. So Fnatic did spot out this move, but he is ult still.
Sobro has ulti. CC immune. Running for his life. The Cosmic Binding will not bind him. Oh, but the Tempered Fate will. Gravity Field. Nowhere for the Olaf to go. Sobro, though, still damn fast. Wonder chasing. Hope for a little bit of revenge here. The ace of the hole is SK. Managed to find a pick, but what will it cost them? Because in the top wave, Vladdy's already breaking open the base.
The Ezreal ult actually stopped the reset, so Vladdy should be able to get this inhibitor. So sure, it's a pick.
Big Gnar ultimate, although Vladdy could replicate that by stealing it away. Tempered Fate, potentially deny Skeens. Huge damage from the True Shot barrage. Skeens is debating if he can get involved. That's a TP coming in on the flank, as well as a TP for Wonder to try to help the team secure. Baron down. SK opt to fight another day. 1:30 till the next Drake, but can they weather the storm of 3 inhibitors down? They only have to survive 1 wave, maybe 2 here, as it's 10 seconds until bot inhibitor respawns.
It's double super creeps, though, and Baron. This is difficult for SK. Inhibitors might be about to respawn, though, and maybe give a hang of relief to SK.
These take 1 wave away. It really all depends on the timings here. Upset, knocking down 1. That's all inhibitors open once again. 1 wave of supers denied by the respawn timingers there. The next wave in about 20 seconds will be doubles in every single lane. Fnatic continuing just to poke. It's all on Upset, but you can see he's just running out of mana. He needs a blue buff. Somebody give this 80 carry a blue buff.
Maybe he needs an Essence Reaver at some stage. Something.
He might need to pivot just a little bit, but the poke is still connecting. He has enough mana. Tempered Fate connects onto Razork. SK is this there. They want to try and turn the fight. Wind becomes lightning. They're just trying to zone Fnatic away. True Shot barrage hits onto Slowq. No minions to body block some of that damage for him, so.
You still have 3 more waves of this, though. Double super creeps once again, marching towards the base with Sobro.
They're playing off to the side. Upset isolated by the ace in the hole is going to take a decent chunk. All in comes out from Skeens. Vladdy stealing away the Gnar ultimate, but the chains crucially will not connect. Wonder now running for his life as Upset continues. We might be looking at a relatively even gold state in the fights to come.
Yeah, the problem is everyone's kind of creeping up towards those.
Yeah, they should just close. They should close before the inhibs come back. Soboro's flash, and now he's about to have ghost.
There's so many super creeps are at a negative Baron power play despite taking 2 Nexus turrets.
Yeah. They are printing money for the enemy team. But not, if they just end the game, it doesn't matter. Vladdy still has a stolen Gnar ultimate, but my god, do the Caitlyn crits hurt.
Razork was taking Grump, so they need a sec.
Okay. Gotta make sure he's not taking Grump. He's setting up for the semi-global combo from Vladdy is damn good. Wonder looking to get things kicked off, and Schemes does a lot of damage, but it might not be enough. Razork convinced the entire team, but SK are still living. The Nexus is exposed. Upset is stunned. The Nexus is exposed. Fnatic with a 2-0.
Fnatic managing to do it in the